Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be designing the cover of the book that I plan to use for all my original illustrations. We're going to be expanding on a character I've created recently, my little pineapple. He doesn't currently have a name. So if you think of one, drop it in the comments below. So I started off with a sketch, and I've recently created this character before, so I kind of had an idea of what he was going to look like and how he acts. And a little bit later in this video, you're going to see a lot of butt poses, and I got really inspired to create this character out of watching the Hi Stranger YouTube video. So that's where that was coming from. But I couldn't get the sketch to look the way I wanted it to, and I couldn't get the idea to cooperate with me. So I just kind of scratched it. That one in particular, the one that I'm drawing now, I kind of wanted it to look like he was looking back at the camera with that cute little smirk. I really like how I did the little fingers and the eyes. The eyes were really cute. But I kind of want to change it to buttons in the future because I really like that ragdoll button-eyed look. I find it really hard to talk. I don't really have much to talk about. I do regret inking in the lines and the pineapple skin. I wish I would have just gone over that in a darker yellow. I use Ohuhu markers, and I used the barium yellow color for the base. And I wish I would have only used the barium yellow and sunflower on the lines versus inking them in with pen. And I wish I would have gone a little lighter with the green on the top and maybe add in a little bit of the darker green, as you'll see what it looks like in the final, but it looked really nice. And I really don't like the sketchbook and how it bleeds like in the eyes. This paper bleeds so badly. In this one, I was trying again to get the lay down flat idea to work, and I finally just gave up on it. So now we're switching into the actual book that we're going to be painting on today. And I started off really low because I thought it would be cool to write on the top of it what it is and kind of have it the illustration a little lower in the cover. But I couldn't really get it to work, so I'm erasing it all. And I go for more closer to halfway than I originally thought. Again, I really like how the fingers ended up turning out. And I was trying to get the length of it correct, because in the shorter versions I felt like you couldn't really tell it was a pineapple. And I thought about putting his eyes closed. I don't remember why I chose not to do that. Oh, because of the eyebrows. That's right, the eyebrows looked really, really funny. So I opted for an open eye instead in the final piece. And there, I'm just rounding out the edges because I did a very rough sketch just to get the shape that I wanted. Well, and here I am trying to draw out the word that I want to put there. But I find that it wouldn't fit in the space that I had made it with the spacing that I chose. So I opted for a different option too for that. For my paints, I'm using Artist Loft acrylic paints. Other than the white it's the Liquitex. I believe that's the name of it. I'll leave a link in the description below of all the supplies that I've used. My drafting pencil is the Zebra 0.5 mechanical pencil. I love that pencil. I also really like the pen. That kind of mirrors it. It looks identical to it, except the nib is silver instead of black. But that's probably my favorite pencil. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do a line art with the pineapple or not. Eventually I opt for just outlining the fingers so that you could tell they were fingers. And I just took a burnt sienna and mixed it with the yellow that I have to create that texture and color difference that I wanted. I find the Liquitex lays pretty decently. The Artist Loft paints don't cover very well, so I had a hard time getting the colors to really pop. I really do like how the texture turned out in the hair for the green. I really like the lay. I really like how the hair ended up laying out. I don't use paints very often, so I'm not very... I don't quite know what I'm doing, but I'm getting there. I'm getting better at it, and I'm learning. A lot of what I'm going to do on this channel is a lot of learning. I am a very beginner artist. I've been drawing since I was in 8th grade. I am now an adult. But I took a really long break from doing anything art related. I just had a bad experience in high school and decided that I didn't think that this is what I wanted to do. But recently I've realized that how much I've missed it. And it's been a very important part of my life recently. It's been really important for me in my expressions. The star in the corner, I wish I would have done more stars throughout the entire background, but I had to hide. I apparently had dipped my hand in the paint and it spread in that corner there, so I had to cover it in some way. So I opted for a star. Poorly executed, but a star nonetheless. I still believe that the fingers were my favorite part of the entire piece, and getting them to look like fingers but still the junky little round do-jobbies. I'm not very good at hands, so when my hands turn out, even the simplest ones, I get excited. And that's the texture I was talking about right there in his hair, and I love how it turned out. And I kind of wish I wouldn't have put the darker green flippers. That's not the word I'm looking for, but flippers is what we're going with. that right there, the flippers. Those are the flippers. But nonetheless, I like how that turned out. Here I'm trying to create a darker yellow by using that burnt sienna that I was talking about. But obviously that didn't make much of a difference in that one. So here I am adding more. And yes, I know I'm being bad and not using a palette knife to mix my paints, but I've never used a palette knife. So I'm having a difficult time transitioning into using that more often. And this is where I decided to go with a open eye versus a closed eye. But I still wish I would have went with a button eye, because I really think that would make the character different. I wish I would have made him a little more shy and maybe tucked his mouth underneath the wall there. It's funny how the things that you find in hindsight, when you look back over the video and see where you would have done things differently. So now I'm bringing out my Ohuhus, and I'm actually bringing out my favorite one. It's the PB10, I think. It's the light turquoise blue. Yeah, PB10. To write the title on it. And I'm using a Prismacolor 005 marker to cite the piece. And that's it, guys. That's the finished illustration for today. I really like the way it turned out. I think it looks fantastic. Like I said, there's certain things I wish I would have changed, but overall I'm very happy with it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.